What's up, my Fina loves? It's Miss Fina D coming to you all from Vienna Entertainment News. Oh my gosh. This is my reaction watching Nene Leakes come on the screen. This girl, yes, this is how I'm starting. This girl don't post all of these messages about the previous episodes being pre-shows. She's liked and retweeted like disgusting comments about the girls and how it's boring without her, and people tweeting things like we're sick and tired of seeing relationship issues, and Portia crying over Dennis and Kenya crying over her marriage and all the babies. We can't wait for the HBIC to come. The queen. She liked and retweeted all of those things just for her to come on the screen. Yes, we are happy that Greg is cancer free, so thank God for that. But let's keep it real. Just for her to come on the screen with the same story. Did she not cry in this episode? Did she not complain about her relationship? Did she not talk about she and her husband not sleeping in the same bed? Did she not complain about her friendship with Cynthia and the girls? I mean, everything she tweeted against, everything she retweeted, liked, or talked against, it's exactly what just happened. So why is it okay for her story, for her to talk about her story and being a caregiver and cry, and that's not boring? But Portia going through her situation and Kenya going through her situation, they're all going through real life situations. Call it storyline, whatever you want to call it. But they're all experiencing real life situation. Yet, she called their scenes boring and that the actual premiere starts tonight. And that's the premiere? With her crying? I'm not even being insensitive, because if you go to the Real Housewives of Atlanta playlist, you will see I did an entire series on Greg. I posted every single Instagram live Nene did with going to the hospital. I posted everything. And as much as I'm not here for her sometimes, I even defended her when the show showed a short clip, a few seconds, of her pulling out of the parking lot as if she wasn't there for her husband's surgery. I did an entire video saying, look, I might not be here for Nene sometimes, but this is not true. She was actually at the hospital. This is what she did the entire day. And I showed everything that she was there. She walked in the hospital with her husband. She was there until he was wheeled to the operation room, and she was back there with Cynthia and Milo when he came back. Go to the playlist and watch all of those, because if I start including clips here and clips there, we're going to end up with an hour video. You know what I'm saying? But I just can't stand when people are just a hypocrite. Like, for example, her making it seem like Kenya Moore is so pressed and can't do an interview without mentioning her name, but and saying how queens don't respond to peasants and all of this stuff. So were you a peasant last season when every interview you mentioned her name? Were you a peasant talking about how Cynthia Bailey is desperate and all of those things in this episode? Those are the things that I'd be talking about. And Nene supporters feel the same way. This sure was a boring premiere. This season better get better or it will be the last. I expected more with Nene's return, but it was anticlimactic. They plan to continue with this Nene Cynthia face-to-face tease for how long? Okay, fair, but tonight was boring. Her didn't cause quite the stare they made it to be. So she should be a little humble. Child, this premiere was boring. Pipe down, Moose Leaks. This episode was so corny. I thought her comeback would be epic. She started off a bleep cry baby like always. I didn't feel for her in the least bit. She needs to practice being unbothered like she claims, because she definitely doesn't display that emotion well at all. I thought you were going to come back with a bang. The way how they were hyping it up, girl, bye. It was so boring tonight, I fell asleep. Some might say, in my attempt to show that, there are people basically saying that Nene Leakes episode definitely let them down. In my attempt to prove that point, I also ended up shading the girls. No, this is just basically showing you that in as much as the viewers, they want to see a cute babies and they understand the ups and downs and your lives are relatable, they also turn the TV on or whatever device they use to watch these shows for the drama. Okay, and all they're saying is that in between episode, add some spark in between the cry. And I think Bravo felt like that spark tonight was the moment with Eva and Cynthia watching the social media, watching the interview Nene did when Nene called her desperate and weak and all of those things, and Eva saying, she is the bus, and Cynthia saying, her wig is desperate and she been trying to tell her since she been her friend. I was just like, oh, I just threw the entire forest over there at Nene. So Bravo thought that right there was enough spice to put in between, Portia complaining about her situation and Kenya complaining about her situation. But I was just sharing that regardless of who you are and the one in the HBIC, whatever you call yourself, all of the girls there play their part. So there's nothing wrong with her crying. So me laughing, it's not me laughing at what she's going through. I'm laughing at the fact that this woman sat there and dissed these girls about boring episodes, people crying, too much babies, just for her very first scene when she comes back on the scene is her crying. So yeah, that's that about Nene. Eva Marcel, once again, still looking for a home. Cynthia Bailey, was helping her with that. That's cool. And so yeah, still looking for a home. Candy and Todd, baby situation and all of that. So kudos to them. Portia, same old different day. Dennis saying that, she's unavailable. And, let me just get this straight, okay? I'm going to get to Kenya Moore and Mark Daly. So don't rush me. I'm going to get to them because I think they had the longest scene tonight, okay? But Dennis cheated on his fiancée while she was pregnant. Then he took his engagement ring back. Then he claimed that the reason why he cheated is not just because I'm a coward, regardless if you believe their storyline or not because I'm a coward and I'm sorry, baby, but because you were emotionally unavailable to me. So he cheats while she's pregnant. He takes her engagement ring back. And then he blames her for the reason why he cheated. But yet, the outcry and the uproar on social media is not about what Dennis is doing to Portia, child. It's Kenya Moore. I'm going to get to them. I really do feel now that I've been talking about the other ladies that Kenya Moore and Mark Daly and her family in that entire situation deserves a separate video because it's a topic that I want to touch on. So yes, Kenya family is beautiful, but we already know what's going on within the family in that pretty, okay? So I'm going to save the Kenya Moore part for a different video. Thank you guys for watching this, but this is what I'm going to do though. I'm going to upload both of these videos at the same time, so you do not have to wait for the Kenya Moore video. Once you watch this, just go and basically click the link and watch the Kenya Moore video. I did the entire review together, but doing this one and thinking about it, I'm like, you know what? I talked so much about what happened last night. I'm going to stop it here and then save it for a separate video. So that video is also uploaded, okay? So go ahead and watch both. Also, Tanya was in the episode. It was so short and quick, that it was like, oh, I didn't talk about her. Yes, she was there with Portia. Basically, Portia talking about Dennis again. Same old, different day. Every season they got, new friends. And now Tanya is her friend. Wishing them well. Milo coming on and talking to Nene, telling her to be nice, and the big float situation. And oh my goodness, Nene is gonna meet Cynthia, like overhyped. I'm like, okay. Anyways, Nene comes on the float. Cynthia once again talking about, Noelle and current situation and all that stuff. Kudos to Cynthia, mommy and daughter relationship. Cynthia, they look beautiful, and Nene goes and walk past her. Dun, dun, dun. Big deal. Now we have to wait one more week to see that. I'm like, oh, child, bravo. Anyways, somebody wrote this on Twitter. Who is Nene's spiritual advisor? This is Satan's work. And then another person wrote, Nene attacked the heavenly both have spiritual advisors. And then posted the same, this is Satan's work. Listen, I'm all for people, getting advice, getting help, and all of that. I'm all for that. So I'm not laughing at Nene taking steps to get help. But when you claim you have a spiritual advisor and you still almost got physical with someone twice and then attempted to spit on someone, I want to see the spiritual advisor working. That's all I'm saying. But anyways, let's move on. Kenya Moore and her family had the longest scene, I think, and the biggest social media topic situation of the night. So come back, or right now, go ahead and click the link after this and watch the Kenya Moore video. And I'm wishing all of the ladies the best. At the end of here, my final loves, thank you all for your love and support. If you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and leave this video a thumbs up. Also turn on notifications so when I do post, you're aware that I posted. And I will see you all in the comment section. Remember to always have the God bless attitude, which is being positive at all times and seeing the good in every situation. Have a great day, guys. God bless.